Ladies and gentlemen, with this story right here, if Freddy Krueger had a baby, I'm sure his daughter would look just like the individual that y'all see on my screen, because she is definitely hell's spawn. Yes. That individual is accused of doing something that only a demon would do. So let me explain this story to you guys, and let me warn you, it's not going to sit well with your sensibilities, because I'm going to have some choice words, not only for her and what she did, but when y'all hear the details about what she did to this baby, I want y'all to remember, this is just like First 48. We are true crime TV. That's exactly what we do. Just as well as people support First 48 and stuff like that, I want you guys to hear about these stories, because we believe that babies' lives matter. Let's talk about Satan's daughter with these jacked up big old teeth in her mouth right there. Look like somebody took like a deck of cards and just put them in her mouth. The authorities near Houston, Texas, so Texas takes yet another L. Matter of fact, Houston takes another L. Texas is not going to be held accountable for Houston creating this many losses. This woman right here, they were searching for her at the time. I believe they've already caught her. And she is accused of stuffing her dead infant daughter's body into a duffel bag filled with ice, and then she stashed it inside of a motel room. I feel the need to repeat that. This woman, they were looking for her, but I think they found her, if I'm not mistaken. She's accused of stuffing her dead infant baby's body into a duffel bag that was filled with ice, and she stashed it in a motel room. They're saying the mother also admitted that she was dealing drugs as well. She is the definition of a thug, because I want y'all to remember that thug does not relate to a skin color. The word thug, T-H-U-G, relates to an action. Her actions are of a thug, a bad parent, and somebody who deserves life in prison. According to court documents, hashtag not my words, according to court documents, Nikki Ann Reardon, who is 32 years old, of Baytown, Texas, is accused of endangering a child and tampering with or fabricating evidence in the death of Zadia D. Rainier, Rainer. The infant baby was slightly less than 2 months old, to the point where I couldn't even barely found a picture. Just these pictures right here. The first count, endangering a child, relates to Reardon's alleged possession and consumption of methamphetamine in close proximity to a baby, thus placing the infant in immediate danger of physical impairment and death. The second count, while she's sitting there smiling, and those are her mug shots. And no, those pictures are not edited. Her teeth are really that yellow. Look like she's been chewing on a bag of nacho cheese Dorito chips all day. Teeth are quite yellow. Anyway, the second count on tampering with or fabricating evidence relates to her alleged concealment of the baby's body with intent to impair its ability as evidence. The charges are dated for March 23rd of 2021, but are currently as inactive in a court record, perhaps because Reardon is nowhere to be found. But like I said, I think they found her. According to charging documents on file in Harris County, which is close to Houston, the case unfolded when a caller saw something and said something and called police that a dead baby was inside a hotel room. So somebody saw something and said something. We're going to get those t-shirts made that says hashtag see something, say something. The caller said that the baby was 2 months old and had been dead for 48 hours or maybe even longer, that Reardon had told the caller that the baby's body had swelled up The caller described Reardon's physical characteristics and age. When police arrived, an officer found the hotel door open. Reardon was inside. Children's clothing and toys were also present. Officers asked Reardon about the child, and she ignored them. She walked to the other side of the room and grabbed a weapon which appeared to be a large rifle and began crying loudly and saying it was an accident. Reardon also yelled that she had suffered a seizure, woke up and realized that the baby was cold. We've heard that before. We've heard that BS excuse. But anyway, Reardon then hid behind a wall, the court records indicate. Officers obtained a search warrant for the room while the SWAT team removed Reardon. A subsequent search uncovered a large pink duffel bag hidden inside of a built-in cabinet case. When the detective opened the case, he observed a large plastic bag on the inside, and I told y'all these details are going to be hard to hear, but nothing is more difficult than what these babies actually had to go through. The bag was also observed, and it was tied in a knot. When the detective untied the knot, he saw the dead infant's body covered with ice inside of a plastic bag. Only in Texas, man. Only in Texas. The search also uncovered suspected crystal methamphetamine and suspected marijuana, according to court records. Now, vital records indicated that Reardon gave birth on August 2nd of 2020. The little girl's father said he communicated with her using FaceTime regularly, but that on or about Sunday, September 27th, Reardon refused to allow him to see his daughter by way of video chat. Now, don't y'all think that's a bit odd how these women will bring any random boyfriend, any new boyfriend, any dude that they just want to have casual sex with? Any man stands a better chance of being around the father's kid than the biological father being around his own child. Then you would also have to ask, why is she getting pregnant? Why ain't she got a place to live and living in a hotel? There's absolutely no excuse for any of this, especially when our laws and our, what do you call it? The system that makes it to where these mothers are allowed to be able to get food stamps, Section 8, daycare, birth control, all of these different things that will help mothers in need. TANF, I'm sure I'm probably missing some things. You could also give your children up to safe havens if you can't take care of them. And they won't even ask you any questions. You could just literally drop them off. She could have probably dropped the kid off with the dad. It's just so much about this that just was absolutely unnecessary. After waiving her rights, the mother told the police that she was packing her belongings at about 8 a.m. on Sunday, September 27th, while the baby was laying on top of the bed. The next thing, Reardon told police she remembered waking up at about 4:15 p.m. The baby was dead, she said. Its body was lying face down next to her. Reardon told police it was too late to call for medical assistance because the infant was not breathing. Again, she's a dummy, and she's laughing. As a matter of fact, while I'm telling this story, y'all do me a favor and look. Let's go back. Y'all look at her face. That's the face that I want y'all to remember while I'm reading this story. What are they going to do? She questioned. Reardon says she held the dead baby's body for about 48 hours until the body began to smell and it had bubbles coming from its nose. Keep in mind of that face. That's when the mother says she started to ice the body, according to records. Another individual, only known as Jay, bought a shovel to help Reardon bury the baby's body. So that person should probably get arrested too, don't y'all think? The fact that you bought a shovel, you were about to commit a crime. Look, maybe you can't convict somebody on crimes they were about to commit, but I don't know. They at least need to be punched in the mouth and lose a couple of teeth for that at least. Damn. So the mother argued with this person named Jay, and Jay threatened to call the police. The mother admitted that she was selling meth and cocaine as a means of income, which is how she was funding her way to live in that hotel, nasty ass hotel room, the Roach Motel. The infant's father said Reardon had been living in and out of a motel since giving birth. Court documents also say that her records contain previous controlled substance convictions dating all the way back to July and September of 2006. She failed to appear in court earlier this month. This is someone who is facing very serious charges on many of the charges she has against her, according to Assistant DA James Gordon, referencing the mother. She is facing up to life in prison. The television station reports that the mother did not show up to a court appearance in a separate aggravated robbery case and has been on the run ever since. She's also alleged to have violated probation. So how did they let Big Teeth, Big Gums, Big Teeth, how did they allow her to keep this baby and take this baby from the hospital with her having such a large criminal history since 2006? And they let her leave the hospital with the baby? Wow. Gordon, the prosecutor, told the news that he wants Reardon picked up as quickly and safely as possible for the safety. I thought that she was already arrested. I am so confused by this. I thought they said she was arrested. But anyway, Harris County jail records reviewed indicate that Reardon was released on bond in January. Why would they let Donkey Teeth This is not funny. Why would you ever give somebody bail who has teeth this damn big? Seriously. Why would they give Donkey Teeth bail in January, knowing what she was facing? Of course she's gonna run. Of course she's a flight risk. Why would you think she's not? Let me give y'all the fair usage. My Lord, man. I'm trying not to be too funny with this.
It was 6 months ago that a tip led investigators to a motel room in Baytown.
Let me give y'all the fair usage. Let's get it.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yeah, good morning, Samika. You know, when police found that little girl, the 2-month-old baby, inside the duffel bag, Nikki Reardon, the mother, told police that she had no recollection of what had happened in the 8 hours before that. Reardon said she woke up and next to her, her daughter was face down on the bed, not breathing. Reardon said that she didn't call for an ambulance because, quote, it was too late. She wasn't breathing. What were they going to do? The baby was found, take a look, in this Baytown motel about 6 months ago. Crime Stoppers got the tip the 32-year-old mother was there. The 2-month-old child was found in a plastic bag with ice inside that pink duffel bag. Investigators believe she had been dead for at least 48 hours. Also in the room, meth and marijuana, police say. Reardon allegedly told officers she sold drugs. She's been charged with endangering a child and tampering with evidence, a human corpse. But Reardon has not been charged directly with her daughter's death. Now, of course, those charges could change. We will let you know what happens in court today. For now, reporting live downtown, Courtney Fisher, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat said some people just shouldn't smile. She needs a butter knife for those teeth. That is a harsh comment, but it's true and it's funny. I'm sorry, but I caught that. I caught that comment. I'm sorry. That was just funny to me. Let's move
Scene
on.
no law enforcement officer wants to respond to. A tip to Crime Stoppers about a dead baby led Baytown police here to Scottish Inn Suites in September 2020. When they got there, they found Nikki Reardon in just a sports bra and shorts and children's clothing and toys in the room. They kept asking about a child, but Reardon reportedly ignored the question. Once they got a search warrant, officers went back in and found an infant girl stuffed in a pink duffel bag surrounded by ice. According to the caller, the child had been dead at least 48 hours. Now her mother is on the run.
This is someone who is facing very serious charges on many.
Do y'all see all of those mug shots? Where's her family members at? Thank you. Look at this. This is a scrolling video of all of her mug shots. And they allowed this person who's had mug shots since 2006 to walk out of a hospital with a baby, and she got bail in January. Look at this. Look at all these mug shots.
Hours. Now her mother is on the run.
This is someone who is facing very serious charges on many.
Hours. Now her mother is on the run.
This is someone who is facing very serious charges on many of the charges she has against her. She is facing up to life in prison.
According to court records, Reardon told officers she was selling meth and cocaine to make a living, and the day the baby died, she was packing some stuff in her motel at 8 a.m. and woke up at 4:15 p.m. and found the baby face down on the bed, dead. Earlier this month, Reardon didn't show up to a court appearance for an aggravated robbery charge and hasn't been seen since.
And do y'all notice how many of her mug shots she's smiling in? Look like she just doesn't give a crap.
Now, on top of several other charges and violating probation, she's facing tampering with evidence, primarily a corpse, and child endangerment. Officials aren't releasing cause of the baby's death, but we know enough. This is a complete tragedy that prosecutors want Reardon held accountable for.
This is someone we obviously, for the safety of everybody in the community of Harris County, Texas, and really the surrounding areas, given the extent of her criminal history, we do want to make sure that she is being picked up as quickly and as safely as possible.
I know that was hard to hear. Trust me, that was a hard story for me to tell. And Reardon, she's only 32, but she has criminal run-ins dating back 15 years from here in Harris County all the way over to Louisiana. So please, if you see her, if you think you've seen her, speak up and call police. They need to find her now. Coming up tonight at 6:30, I'll dive a little bit more into Reardon's troubled run-in with the law. We're live downtown. Erica Simon, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Just an unbelievable crime. Thank you, Erica.
Been following since our 4 o'clock newscast. A child found dead inside a motel room in Baytown.
Officers got a Crime Stoppers tip about that dead infant, but when they arrived, it turned into a SWAT scene. Channel 2's Michael.
Thank you for saying that in the chat, and I'm glad that's why the live chat is open. Y'all see what people are typing in there. Somebody said, for 15 years, she's been into criminal activities. Knowing that Texas has strong child abuse laws on the books already, how was she able to leave the hospital with a baby, with a child, when they all should have known her record? Everybody should have known her record, and they let her leave with the baby, and she didn't even have no place to take this kid. I'm sorry, I don't consider you to have a place to live if you live in a hotel. That's not the same as an apartment. That's not the same as renting or having a home. Not the same thing.
Party live at the Scottish Inn and Suites on Garth Road. Michael, the SWAT scene has ended, but this investigation is far from over.
Dominique, things have quieted down here in the last hour or so. Police were mainly focusing their attention towards the end of this building that's just behind me here, but it looks like the tape is now down. But still, a lot for investigators to piece together and figure out. This all started with that anonymous tip through Crime Stoppers saying that there was possibly a dead infant in one of the rooms here. When officers got here, they found a woman armed with some sort of a long gun. She wouldn't come out, so it turned into a SWAT situation. We're told the negotiations lasted for several hours. Eventually, the SWAT team went into the room and took that woman into custody. Police say they did indeed find a dead infant in the room, but don't know the cause of death yet.
You know, it's an infant. It could be something as simple as a SIDS type death and the mother just panicked, or it could be something more nefarious. And those are the things that we'll have to try to uncover throughout the course of our investigation.
And officers believe that the child did belong to the woman, but they were still working to confirm that at last check. She was taken to the hospital, and we're told no one else was hurt after SWAT went into that room. Reporting live in Baytown, Michael Lepardi, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
And now to a development.
Police arrested a Baytown mother who's been on the run after her baby was found dead inside of a bag and covered in ice. Nikki Reardon is due in court this morning on charges of child endangerment and tampering with a corpse. Police say they found her 2-month-old daughter's body at a motel in September. Detectives are still trying to determine what led up to the baby's death.
A Houston area woman is wanted by authorities, charged with crimes related to her baby's death. Baytown police say she hid her daughter's body for days at a motel room. Here's Matt Doherty.
The mom was charged with those latest crimes earlier this week, but she wasn't there to face the judge. Court records show that she still has not been arrested. Last September, we showed you this SWAT standoff in Baytown. Police claimed a Crime Stoppers tipster reported there was a dead baby inside a motel room at the Scottish Inn and Suites. When police showed up, they say they found Nikki Reardon. These are pictures posted to Reardon's public Facebook page dated weeks before the incident at the motel. Police say Reardon grabbed a rifle and yelled it was an accident. The mom said she had a seizure, and when the baby woke up, the baby was cold. Police say after they finally took Reardon into custody, they searched the room. Inside of a cabinet, they found a pink duffel bag. They unzipped it and discovered a plastic bag with ice. Inside, they found 2-month-old baby Zydea. She'd been dead for days. Police say the mother had been selling cocaine and meth from the motel room. After an autopsy, the medical examiner's office concluded the infant's...
Is that her mother? Where were their grandparents at? They just, man, it seemed like everybody just let this happen.
Death was undetermined. Reardon is charged with tampering with a corpse and child endangerment. If you know where she is, you're asked to call authorities. From Houston, I'm Matt Doherty, KHU 11 News.
Let me go ahead and give you guys my closing thoughts. I think that they've caught her. I'm not exactly sure because I read a couple of things that were a little bit conflicting, but I hope that she's been caught. There is absolutely no reason for her to ever even be given a bail. She should have no bail, zero bail, no OR, no nothing, no own recognizance, nothing. No bail bondsman. There's no reason for her to be out or have access to the streets at all. She needs to pay for what she did, and for 16 plus years, maybe even probably her entire life, this woman is nothing. And the reason I say that she's nothing, she don't want to grow up and become something great. She wants to just be a meth head, a redhead, Cheeto head, big teeth, I can't believe it's not butter, teeth having ass, living in hotel rooms with shotguns and doing meth and coke and all this other stuff. She don't want to be nothing. Why have her in our society? This gave us a reason to get rid of her. We should get rid of her. She should suffer the fullest penalty under law for what she did to that baby. That baby did not stand a chance. And it should have been a huge red. Matter of fact, everything with the father dealing with this woman should have been yellow and red flags, like her teeth, yellow flag, yellow teeth, yellow and red flags should have been popping up all over to let you know you shouldn't have been sleeping with this woman, bruh. When are we going to start holding the men accountable for them placing their seed in soil that's not worthy? Huh? Where are my ladies at out there? We believe over here at the AFC of being responsible, but we know there are a lot of people in our communities, in our families, that are not living the right way. And we have to start holding people accountable. She already wasn't nothing her entire life, and some man blessed her with a seed that she didn't deserve. Then he was like, well, why won't you let me see my baby? Oh, that's right. Because she ain't shit. Yes. Because she's selling drugs out of a hotel room to support her habit and to pay for her hotel stays every day. Yes. Huh? The fact that she got all these drugs and guns around a newborn baby. Maybe that might be a reason why she didn't let you see your kid. Because she was never a good mother. You should have never have been sleeping with her. You sleep with losers and you lose. This woman has been a loser her entire life. The fact that she had, look, I want y'all to understand this. This woman had so many mugshots that they had to slowly scroll them across the screen just so you could see some of her mugshots. That is insane. Texas apparently has let this woman slip through the loopholes. We got to get rid of her this time. We got to step our game up in Texas. We got to continue to do better. We got to rise together. We got to hold criminals accountable. What was that baby supposed to do? This baby who was, let me see, let me make sure, less than 2 months old. Not even 8 weeks old. Zadia D. Rainier, to that baby, R.I.P. R.I.P. That baby did not stand a chance with this crackhead looking meth head. I guess you could be a crackhead and a meth head together. But nonetheless, so many lessons to be learned here. Big L's for Texas. I hope they give her the fullest, the harshest penalty under law. I thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind and an open heart. I'm DJ Just J with the AFC, and if you read the t-shirt, this t-shirt says, Babies' Lives Matter. Hashtag the new BLM. From my heart to yours, I love all of you guys. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on the next stream. And hopefully, we'll see her get a lifetime in prison, okay? Thank you.